You can't stop stirring the gravy. Mom always says, you can't stop stirring the gravy. The perfect gravy makes a perfect Thanksgiving. And Mom always likes a perfect Thanksgiving. So when Uncle Groover arrives at the door, he knows you gotta stir that gravy. And when Aunt Kay arrives at the door, she knows to stir, stir, stir the gravy. And Dad knows, my brother Danny knows, my brother's girlfriend. What's her name again? I think her name is Jen. It doesn't matter. Even crazy cousin Sid and her 5-year-old daughter named Sage. No, you can't stop stirring the gravy. I will make the green beans. Sid will make the corn. Dad makes the potatoes. He says you've really got to churn them. My brother Daniel make the biscuits. Actually, Mom will make the biscuits. Daniel shout from the living room and remind her not to burn them. And we'll take a walk and laugh and talk about how horrible life can be. But for one perfect day, we'll forget about our trouble and stir gravy with the family. Uncle Groover's drinking brandy. Aunt Kay has something clear. Danny and his girlfriend are smiling as they drink their beer. And Dad has a fine red wine from Spain. And Cousin Sid has a dark and stormy. I don't know what's in a dark and stormy. Apparently it's rum and ginger, so why not call it a rum and ginger? Everybody knows what's in a rum and ginger. It doesn't matter. And Mom and I are wasted on champagne. Little Sage is drinking juice, but in 15 years she won't have an excuse. She'll join us as we smile and complain and stir the gravy. So while Mom is stirring the gravy, Dad gets out the cream. Danny yells, "Don't burn the biscuits!" A nice friendly reminder. He and Jen are watching the game, and Uncle Groover is watching the game. And Aunt Kay went to get the pumpkin pie, and now we cannot find her. And like I did when I was a kid, I start putting olives on my fingers and hold them up for little Sage to see. And Cousin Sid rolls her eyes. And this is when I realize just how dark and stormy Cousin Sid can really be. Uncle Groover's drinking brandy. Aunt Kay is God knows where. Danny and his girlfriend are. Shit, someone knocked the cream onto the floor. Was it me? Was it Mom? Was it Dad? Was it Sid? Was it Sage? Was it Groover? Was it Jen? Was it Dan? No, it wasn't Dan. He was watching football on the couch. Doesn't matter. Somebody pick up the cream. It's running all over the floor. But Dad's in a state of shock, and I've got olives on my fingers. He's stirring the gravy, and you can't stop stirring the gravy. And I don't know why, but little Sage has started to cry, and dark and stormy Sid is trying to stop her from screaming, but she won't stop screaming. And Mom is screaming, you can't stop stirring the gravy. I can't stop stirring the gravy. So I shout to the kitchen door, hey, someone pick this cream up off the floor when the Chargers make a touchdown. And now everyone is screaming, and they won't stop screaming. Then Aunt Kay reappears to fill up her glass, and she slips in the cream, and she falls on her ass. And everyone's there because Aunt Kay made a scene. But the first to the floor to pick up the cream is the dog. And the only one smiling now is the dog. As we lift Aunt Kay up to her feet, Mom says, well, this is a first. And I say, what? A third can of olives or cream all over the floor? And she says, both. And then the biscuits burn. The dog throws up the cream. everyone stops stirring the gravy. Thanksgiving, 10 p.m. Turkey's not been touched. Everyone got pissed and lost their appetite. I sneak out to the kitchen. There's Danny in the kitchen. The rest of the house is quiet, 'cause we all called it a night. But since we're awake, we decide to make a delicious turkey sandwich. So I grab a knife and I start carving. And then in walks Uncle Groover, who says, "Thank God, 'cause I am starving." Uncle Groover uses stuffing. Danny, he prefers it plain. Jen appears and chooses cranberries. Aunt Kay likes tomato and romaine. And Dad piles on everything, while Cousin Sid keeps it calm. And little Sage is smiling. In fact, all of us are smiling. And the last to arrive to our midnight feast is Mom. She stands in the doorway with a look of surprise. There's a smile on her face and there are tears in her eyes. She says, "Hey, will someone pass the bread?" And we share a turkey sandwich instead of stirring the gravy.